So, I expect by now you have all heard the wonderful news that Islamic hate preacher Anjem Choudary has been arrested and charged. Now, I have to say, on a personal note, this issue was really starting to grate on me, given that myself and my colleagues in Britain First are hounded by the British police at every event we host across the UK. Not to mention the fact that myself and Paul Golding are currently being dragged through the High Court by Bedfordshire police, who don't want us entering a town in the UK, not because we've committed any acts of criminality in that town. They just don't want us there. Yet, here we have a man who is known to have links with convicted terrorists. Here we have a man who stands on the streets of Britain calling for Sharia law for the UK, calling for British soldiers to burn in hell, calling for British police to burn in hell. Well, it seems the British police have finally come to their senses, and Anjem Choudary has been locked up, for now, pending trial at the end of this month. Now, I for one hope that he gets put away for a very long time, and I know many of you watching this video will agree. However, there are a select few people that are out there campaigning for this man's release. Now, those people cannot be sane, or they support terrorism, one or the other. I know I'm preaching to the converted here when I say that Anjem Choudary is a dangerous Islamic extremist and should not be allowed to wander the streets that you and I walk. But for those who aren't sure or who are campaigning for his release, here's a few reminders as to why this man should be locked up forever.
These people, they used to give income support 20 days in advance. SubhanAllah. Nowadays you get it 2 weeks in arrears. Not that I'm on income support or job seekers allowance. We are on dawah seekers allowance and jihad seekers allowance, you know. We take the jizya, which is our haq anyway. The normal situation, but really, is to take money from the kafir, isn't it? So this is normal situation. They give us the money, you work, give us the money. Allahu Akbar. We take the money. Hopefully there's nobody from the DSS listening to this particular.
You said maturity is at the age of 9 years old. I mean,
oh, I said, okay, let me explain. Maturity
and then
for
we have
a
to
male.
take a break.
Okay, very quickly. Maturity for the male is when he reaches the age of 15, the upper limit, or when he sees the sign of maturity, like the voice breaking, the wet dream, etc. And for the woman, when she begins her menses. So it's fixed in Islam. It's not
right, but again, us in the West do not agree that a 40-something-year-old man should marry, let alone consummate a marriage with whatever you define as mature, whether it's 6, 9, 12.
What is that? We believe that the lower age for the woman to become mature, meaning she is a mature woman, is at the age of 9. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that if you look at all of the countries in the West, they differ with each other. In some countries it's 14, in some 15, in some 18. You cannot make your mind up because you do it according to your own whims and desires. Whereas Islam is fixed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and therefore we know exactly
so 9 is the fixed age.
I don't think that it's allowed for Muslims to feel sorry for any non-Muslim who dies. Whether he's part of the army or not part of the army, if he dies in a state of disbelief, then he's going to go to the hellfire. That's what I believe. So, I'm not going to feel sorry for any non-Muslims. We invite them to Islam. We invite them to embrace, the messenger, the message of Islam, and accept the final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we invite them to be part of our, brotherhood worldwide. But if they don't, then obviously if they die like that, they're going to go to the hellfire. So I'm not going to feel sorry for him.
The London-based Islamic preacher, Anjem Choudary.
Hello, good afternoon. Hi there. How's everybody? I can't shake your hand, I'm afraid. It's just etiquette, men and women. I can shake his hand, though.
Right, okay. This is Anjem Choudary leading a rally in 2007. That's at a Bellagio behind him.
Yeah, I remembered him as a very peaceful man, a very calm man, impeccable character, very good, Muslim, very keen to attend demonstrations, processions, etc., very keen to study about Islam. I think he was a very good Muslim, in fact.
Do you still believe he's a good Muslim now?
I believe that he is a good Muslim, absolutely.
Choudary, are you communicating with individuals in the United States and encouraging them to participate in attacks of this sort?
Of course I am. I am participating in communication with people all around the world. As you know, the internet makes the world a very small place. We have a lot of support, in fact, post-Wotton Bassett, from people as far afield as Indonesia, from India.
Mr. Choudary, based upon your answer, I believe, and I'm sure many prosecutors will listen to your answer, you have violated U.S. law. You deserve to be arrested, prosecuted, jailed for the rest of your life.
Muslims that leave their religion apostate should be killed.
Well, of course, the Prophet said whoever changes his din, kill him. So this is the job of the state to
and gays and lesbians should be killed. I'm just reminding my audience of your position. Gays and lesbians, the penalty for that is death, correct?
Well, if they do the act publicly and there are witnesses, it does carry capital punishment, yes.
Okay. Now,
a reputation as a rabble-rouser who refused to condemn Al-Qaeda's attacks in the US, the UK and beyond.
What took place on 9/11 or 7/7 or 3/11, 3/7 I believe in Madrid, I can see that they have an Islamic justification.
This is his vision for the UK.
Of course, alcohol will be banned, drugs will be banned, pornography will be banned, gambling will be banned, but the money...
The Queen?
There'll be no monarchy.
I see you got your Help for Heroes ban, Johnny. So what does that mean exactly? Is that a political agenda? Constable Addiston? Is that a political agenda? Why is it that millions of people came out on the streets to condemn the soldiers who murdered people in Iraq and Afghanistan, and yet you're supporting them with your Help for Heroes ban?
It's really relevant, is it?
It is relevant, because as an officer, you're not supposed to have a political agenda. You're not supposed to support the British government in their foreign policy, are you, really? And you have a band where you're supporting the soldiers of this country. So what does that mean exactly?
But say you get numbers, you get strength, say Muslims became a majority in Great Britain, then would there be a cause for offensive jihad?
If we have enough authority and we have enough power, we are obliged as Muslims to take the authority away from the people who have it and implement the Sharia.
Whoever insults Islam or insults the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam deserves capital punishment.